Dear students, in this video I am going to explain some questions from CBSE 2020 board examinations based on arithmetic progression. So let's start with the first question, that is the value of x for which 2x, x plus 10 and 3x plus 2 are three consecutive terms of the given AP or of an AP. We need to find the value of x in which these three terms are the consecutive terms of the AP. In the question it is mentioned that these are the three consecutive terms of the AP. So for that, therefore, the difference between the consecutive terms should be equal. So it is purely based on the common difference. It is a basic question. What are the terms given? 2x, x plus 10 and 3x plus 2. So this is the first term, second term and third term. So according to the question, these are the terms of an AP. Therefore, A2 minus A1 should be equal to A3 minus A2. Difference between these two terms should be equal to difference between these two terms. So that implies x plus 10 minus 2x should be equal to, that is A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1 should be equal to A3 minus A2. Clear? That implies x minus 2x will be minus x plus 10 is equal to, simplify this, 3x minus x equal to 2x and plus 2 and minus 10 will be minus 8. Now this x take into here and 10 take into here. So we are going to get minus x plus 2x take into here, it will be minus 2x is equal to minus 8 plus 10 will be minus 10. So that is minus x minus 2x equal to minus 3x is equal to minus 8 minus 10 will be minus 18. Therefore, x equal to minus 18 divided by minus 3, which is equal to 6. So, which option is right? Option A is the right. Next, the second question is the first term of an AP is P and the common difference is Q. Then its 10th term. It's a very simple question. This is also one more question. So what will be the 10th term? 10th term will be A. What is the general formula that we learn? A is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Clear? This is the general formula we have learned. So the 10th term will be A. What is A? A is P. P plus n minus 1 into D. That is, what is n? N is 10. So 10 minus 1 into what is D? D is common difference is Q. Therefore, P plus 9Q. That is the answer. So which option is right? Option C is the right. Next question. If the mean of first n natural numbers is 15, then find the n. Mean is given 15. That means average is given 15. What is the expression for average? That is, we have mean is equal to sum of all observation or sum of numbers. Here it is, okay, sum of natural numbers, that means sum of terms divided by number of terms. That is the expression for calculating the average or mean. So in this case, that implies what is the sum of first n natural numbers? That we have already discussed in the beginning of the chapter, that is n into n plus 1. Am I right? Divided by 2. This is the sum of all observations or sum of the first n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 divided by 2, that we have already discussed or it is given directly given in your textbook. Divide by number of terms, that is n. That is equal to 15. Then this n will be here, or directly we can cancel. So n into n plus 1 divided by 2n. This n will be here. So n is cancelled, which is equal to 15. Simply this 2 taken to here, it will be n plus 1, that implies n plus 1 is equal to 15 into 2. N is equal to 15 into 2 is 30, plus 1 will be here, so it will be minus 2. So that is equal to 29. So the value of n is 29. This is also based on the simple concept. Only we need to know that how can we calculate the mean of numbers. Next question is, show that a minus b whole square, a square plus b square and a plus b whole square are in AP. This is a show that question, and the mark awarded for this question is 2 marks. Usually from the arithmetic progression, there is a chance to ask these types of questions, show that or prove that question. So it is very important to know how to solve the questions like this. So here, these 3 terms, we need to show that these 3 terms are AP. For that, the difference between these 2 terms and difference between these 2 terms should be equal. So first find the difference between difference of a minus b whole square and a square plus b square. Clear? That is we need to find. That implies the difference will be, we have to subtract a1 from a2, that is a square plus b square minus a minus b whole square, which is equal to a square plus b square minus, expand it by using algebraic identity, what we will get, a square plus b square minus 2ab. A minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Plus a square and minus a square is the cancel. Plus b square and minus b square is the cancel. Minus of minus 2ab will be plus 2ab. So the difference between first 2 consecutive term is 2ab. Next, difference of a square plus b square and a plus b whole square. So what will we get? That implies a plus b whole square minus a square plus b square, which is equal to, use algebraic identity to expand it. What is a plus b whole square? A square plus b square plus 2ab minus a square plus b square. Plus a square and minus a square is the cancel, plus b square and minus of b square is the cancel. What will you get? Plus 2ab, which is equal to plus 2ab. Now, therefore, the difference between each consecutive terms is 2ab. So these are the terms of an AB. It's very important to write this proper step in case of show that. Not only show that question, in our question proper steps are mandatory, but especially in case of show that question, you need to show it clearly the difference. Okay, you are not supposed to skip the steps and direct write the answer. Okay. Now the next question is, the sum of the 4 consecutive numbers in an AP is 32, and the ratio of the product of the first and last terms to the product of 2 middle terms is 7:15. Find the numbers. Here we can use the method which we have discussed in the video for exercise 5.4. So here, what was the technique we have said that let the AP be, we can write 4 consecutive numbers are there. So first write that general term which we have discussed, that is a plus d, a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d. That is enough because only 4 numbers are those, so up to 3 maximum. A minus d, a minus 2d, a minus 3d. These are the, let's consider. Here it is 4 consecutive terms, that means even number of consecutive number, that means here the number of terms are 4, that means even. Suppose if you take like this, what will be the problem? Here this d will be cancelled, but again d will be here. So in case of even number of consecutive numbers, you can take the alternate terms written here as the numbers or consecutive numbers. Okay, in case of even number of terms, even number, if the question is asking about even number of terms. But if it is a case of odd number of terms, then you can take the consecutive. This is in case of odd number of terms asked in the questions. These 2 concepts you need to remember, then you can solve the questions easily. So here we are taking a minus 3d, then a minus d, then a plus d, then a plus 3d. So minus 3d and plus 3d will be cancelled, minus d and plus d will be cancelled. So let the numbers be a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d. Here, this is in case of even number of terms are given in the question. If it is case of odd number of terms, you can directly take the consecutive. There is no necessary to take an alternative. Now, what is the condition given in the question? Sum of 4 consecutive numbers in AP is 32. So, according to first condition, sum of these consecutive terms. Now, because now we are assigning this as the consecutive terms. Okay. So, a minus 3d plus a minus d plus a plus d plus a plus 3d is equal to 32. So, a minus 3d plus 3d cancel, minus d and plus d cancel. That implies a plus a plus a plus a will be 4a is equal to 32. A is equal to 32 by 4, which is equal to 8. This is the reason why we taken like this. Okay, because we already cancelled, we got the linear equation in one variable, so we can easily find the value of a. Here the a is not the first term. That is very important. First term is a minus 3d. Then, according to the second condition, what is? According to the first condition, this is, and according to the second condition, what? The product of first and last term. What is the first term? A minus 3d. A minus 3d into what is the second term? Sorry, last term, that is a plus 3d. A plus 3d divided by the product of first and last term to the product of 2 middle terms. What are the middle terms? A minus d and a plus d. So that is a minus d into a plus d, which is equal to 7 by 15 because the ratio is 7:15. Now using the algebraic identity, what is the algebraic identity we have? A minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square. A square minus 3d whole square divided by, here it is already a square minus d square is equal to 7 by. Okay, then that implies a square minus 9d square divided by a square minus d square is equal to 7 by 15. Now cross multiply this. 15 into a square minus 9d square, which is equal to 7 into a square minus d square. Okay, now we can simplify. I'm directly taking the terms, okay, because no space on the board. 15a square. Here 7a square taken here, it will be minus 7a square, which is equal to 7 into minus d square will be minus 7d square, and 15 into minus d square is minus 15 into minus 9d square will be minus 135. Minus 135 taken here, it will be plus 135 d square. What will you get? 15 minus 7 is 8a square is equal to minus 7 plus 135 will be 128 d square. Clear? Then what actually we have to find? D we have to find because I already have. Then that implies 128 taken to right side will be 8 into what is a? A is 8. So a square will be 8 divided by 128, which is equal to d square. Then 128, 8 into 8 is 64. 64 it will be 2. Again 8 by 2 will be 4. So therefore d square is equal to 4. Implies d equal to plus or minus 2. The value of d is plus or minus 2. Now the terms will be, the numbers are a minus 3d will be, first number is a minus 3d, that means 8 minus 3 into, because first we are putting when d equal to plus 2. Okay, first we are assigning when d equal to plus 2, not minus 2 we are not taking. So that 3 into 2 will be 8 minus 3 into 2, 6, that is 2. Similarly, the second number is a minus d, that is equal to 8 minus 2, which is equal to 6. The third number is a plus d, that is equal to 8 plus 2, which is equal to 10. Then fourth number is a plus 3d, which is equal to 8 plus 3 into 2, which is equal to 8 plus 3 into 6, that is 14. So therefore the numbers are 2, 6, 10 and 14. Clear? Now when you take d equal to minus 2, the same numbers you will get, the order will be reversed. You will get from 14, 10, 6, 2, like that. Answer will be same. So this is a very important question. Many times this question is asked for your board examination. The last question I am going to discuss here. The previous question it was formal question. This also formal question. Okay. So 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus x is equal to 287. We need to solve this series so that we will get the value of x. X is the last term of this series. This question can be solved in two ways. That is, we can use either Sn equal to n by 2 into a plus l formula, or the normal formula we can use, because since x is the last term. Here I am going to use the normal formula. Okay. So what are the variables given? A equal to 1, common difference equal to 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. Then what is Sn? Sn equal to 287. To find the value of x, we need the number of terms in this series. So first we need to find n by using these three variables. So what we have? We have n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to Sn. Substitute those values. N by 2 into 2 into what is a? A equal to 1 plus n minus 1 into what is d? D equal to 3, which is equal to 287. Then n by 2 into 2 plus 3n minus 3, which is equal to 287. That is, this 2 take it here, so no need to write that, into 2 plus 3n first write, and 2 minus 3 is 1, is equal to 287 into 2, which is equal to, which is 2 into 7, 14, 1, 80, 16, 17, 1, 4, 574. Then n into 3n is 3n square minus 1 into n will be n, and this plus 574 taken here, it will be minus 574, which is equal to 0. Now we have got a quadratic equation. We can solve it by 574 is the 3 is there. So I think it's better to solve by quadratic formula. By quadratic formula. Okay. What is the quadratic? By using quadratic formula, what we will get? N is equal to minus of b is here 1. So minus 1 plus or minus root of b square, that is 1 square, minus 4ac, 4 into what is a here 3 into what is c minus 574 divided by 2 into what is a means not this a, okay. I am discussing about the general form of the quadratic equation, a square plus bx is equal to 0. So 2 into 3. So that is n equal to minus 1 will be 1 plus or minus root of 1 square is 1, minus into minus will be plus. Now 4 into 3 12, 12 into 574, 8, 14, 1, 10, 11, 4, 7, 5, 8, 8, 86, 6,888 divided by 6. That is n equal to 1 plus or minus root of 6,889. Okay, divided by 6. That implies that is equal to 1 plus or minus. Find in the square root. 8 into 8, 64. 64. That is, find the square root of this number. That is 68. 18, 80, 64, 8. Then 9 is 3. Okay, divided by 2. 2, sorry, not 2, 6. Okay. That is equal to, therefore n is equal to 1 plus 83 divided by 6. That is equal to 84 divided by 6 is equal to 1, that is 1, 24, 14. Okay, or the value of n will be n is equal to 1 minus 83, it will be minus 82 by 6, which is equal to 1, 22, not possible, 3, then 4 by 6, minus 13, 4 by 6. So, since the n cannot be negative, therefore n is equal to 14. N cannot be negative value. Okay, so therefore n is equal to 14. Now we can find the x. Okay, now nth formula we can use a plus n minus 1 into d. That implies what is nth term, we have to find x. X equal to what is a? 1 plus n is 14. That is n minus 1 into d will be 14 minus 1, 13 into what is d? D equal to 3. So 1 plus 13 into 3 is 39, which is equal to 14. So the value of x is 14. Clear? There are different types of questions asked in the previous year. Here I have discussed only few of them which are very important. Okay, so in the next video I will discuss another chapter. Thank you all.